If you're a man who a lot of things appear right for on paper, you're ticking a lot of boxes. You have the successful career or business, you worked very hard at school, people look up to you, you lead others at work, you've got a home life which looks great, but yet you have let go of your health. And you know this. Over the last few years, you have really let things slip. If you're looking to regain your magnetic edge, become more fearless, and develop a sense of unstoppable and unshakable purpose, then make no mistake whatsoever. I'm not going to mince any words here. You won't be able to do any of that until you make your physical health your number one priority, because everything else will flow from there. This is the channel for high-performing men who want that magnetic edge, who want to have a fearless mindset and an unstoppable sense of purpose. And if you would like more tips and advice on how to go about doing this, make sure that you have signed up for my free newsletter down below. And also, if you enjoyed these videos, make sure that you have liked this video and subscribed to this channel. Because let's be quite frank here. You need to really get things together. Man, you really do. Because there's no point in having all those other boxes ticked if your physical health is on the decline, if your belly is expanding, your waistline is expanding. I mean, come on. You look at yourself in the mirror. It's time to be a bit tough with yourself here. What are you doing? Because you're smart. You've got a lot of other things in your life completely worked out. You've let your health slip. Okay, the past is the past, but you are going to get it back on track. You are not going to accept second best. I know that life is busy. I know that you're stressed. There's a lot going on, 1,000,001 things to do. You come home at night, you've got a busy home life, but those energy levels are sagging for a reason. There's a reason why you feel a bit unfulfilled. And of course, the mindset is something that we can totally work on, but the mindset is very difficult to work on if the physical body is not in place, because the physical body and the mind are intrinsically intertwined. There are no two ways about that. So I tell everybody that I work with, you can't work on your mindset to become more fearless, to get exactly what you want in life if your physical body is not in great shape. And this doesn't mean becoming a bodybuilder. It doesn't mean entering competitions. It means understanding that you need to work on this. So you will have a flatter belly. You will get stronger. You'll build up some muscle mass if you don't already have it. All these things you must do first and foremost, focusing on your diet, which we'll talk about more, but the broad principles are always the same. No more junk. You wouldn't put bad fuel in your car, so why are you pouring junk into your body every day? You will cut back on sugars, on refined carbohydrates. You will start optimizing protein with every meal. Think, is my plate half of it protein? When you snack, you can certainly snack every now and again, but try to snack on more protein, something like a Greek yogurt, instead of the chips or candy. I hope you're not doing those regularly, especially if you're out of shape. No excuses. You need to change that up right now. You can throw in some time-restricted eating, and you'll do so gradually, like only eat between noon and 6 p.m. That works wonders for shredding the fat away and reversing insulin resistance. And you can certainly count calories, especially while you're losing weight. That's a great technique. There's an app out there called MyFitnessPal, which is a fantastic app, and it's actually quite addictive. I do it quite regularly, even though I'm not trying to actively lose weight. It's really interesting to know how many calories you're taking in every day and what your macros are. So your diet, first and foremost, you will get your backside to the gym every single day, or if you're not a gym person, you'll do some other form of exercises. No excuses. 1 hour a day is only 4% of your day. That's it. It is a more than worthwhile investment. You will do muscle strengthening, so strength training. Start lifting some weights. If you've never done it before, start very light. Alternate the upper with the lower body. Make sure you work out your core. You can certainly do cardio a few times a week. I really like cardio as well. But strength training is an absolute must for the man who wants to be more fearless and get what he wants in life. You will really think about where all the stress is in your life. I know this is easier said than done, but you'll work on reducing your stress hormones, adrenaline and cortisol, which are wreaking havoc on your health, and you will pay for eventually if you are running at high stress. Now, I'm not suggesting that no stress is something attainable or even desirable. As a high-performing man, you have to have some stress. Of course you do. That's what keeps you going. But you will manage your stress, and whatever it is that works for you to lower those adrenaline and cortisol levels, whether it's a walk in nature. For me personally, it's an intense gym workout. It could be watching your favorite show on TV, watching some comedy, hanging out with family and friends, another hobby, whatever it is, you must do more of it. Lower those stress hormones. You will also make sleep completely non-negotiable, just like exercise and your diet. In fact, all of these are non-negotiable, but sleep is one which is often missed. For most people, the sweet spot of sleep is somewhere between 6.5 to 8.5 hours. Good restful sleep. You may well have not been sleeping enough, but if you really want the good physical foundation of everything else, then you must prioritize sleep. So have a good winding down routine at the end of the night. Make sure that your room is not too hot. Generally, most people like a cooler temperature at night. And the sleep ideally should be all in one go. Those are some things that you really need to think about. But the point of this video is to really urge you to make your physical health your number one priority. Because yes, you're going to go on a transformative journey with your mind as well, with your goals in life. But your physical body is the foundation on which all of those things are built. It's also not very masculine at all to be walking around with a huge belly. I mean, look around you at what's happened to society nowadays. It's insane. A few decades ago, this was much more unacceptable, especially a man walking around with a huge belly. I mean, that is just total neglect over many, many years. And anybody out there can work on reversing this very naturally indeed, utilizing many of the strategies that I've just talked about. But you don't want to be that person walking around out of shape, and you may not have thought about this in a lot of detail, but your mindset is built on your physical body. Remember that. Thank you for watching. Once more, if you're not already signed up for my free newsletter, check it out in the links down below, and we will speak again in the next video.